But if I was aware of it, I wouldn't even showed up. I wouldn't even been there. So we got some crawfish. We got some soft shell crab. A whole bunch of crabs. I'm gonna have to tear this up. What's up, everybody? It is I, Siobhan. Welcome to my channel, Chameleon Girl. Today I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do a story time, and this story time is going to be very, very interesting, to say the least. And while I'm doing this story time, I'm going to be eating some crab legs. So we're gonna do seafood and story time. Okay, y'all with me? I have been under the weather for the last excuse me. I had to channel this energy to do this story time, so I will be using some foul language. Have been under more than normal. A whole week. I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. Like, please help me or take me. One or the other. Because I was like, oh my god. So I'm a little stopped up. I'm a little out of it. My eyes is a little low. You know, I ain't been smoking no ganji. This girl don't smoke ganji. Excuse me. But I'm feeling back to myself. A good 89.9%. But thank you, ancestors, because I was in that bed praying, Lord, praying. I was like, if this is the end, just take me now, because ain't no need to see it. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and take me. So this story time is going to be about, and I'm gonna be smacking and all that. It's gonna be about a family altercation, assault. I was assaulted, y'all. I was assaulted. I'm gonna try to tell this the way it is and the way it happened, and I hope y'all can follow me. So I have this cousin. I ain't gonna mention no names because I ain't paying nobody. I have this cousin that, you know, there's two cousins involved. So it's me, myself, one cousin that is actually very close and I pretty much grew up around, and she pretty much, you know, knew who I was, know how I am, you know, what I am not like. And the other cousin really does not know me. And somehow, some way, the other cousin, we'll give them nicknames throughout the end. The other cousin kind of persuade the close family member cousin that she knew me. And I'm just like, girl, you've been around me pretty much all your life. And she's younger than me. They're both younger than me. And if somebody's around you pretty much all your life, and somebody just come around and say, I've been around you know me, and you like, you'll be able to play back in your head, girl, we've been here, we did this, you ain't never been around. So no, I think you might be off a little bit. But somehow, some way, this particular cousin that I know was bamboozled. The strange part was, why did this cousin want to be so known by me? Like, why did you want me to know you so well? But it just seemed like it was an alternative motive. So with that being said, okay, so with that being said, next time I'm not gonna put so much salt or seasoning in it. Sometimes when you season the I don't know, the butter and stuff, the flavor tastes really good without this extra seasoning. I put too much onion salt in it. I shouldn't have did that. But to say the least, it's still good. It's very good, actually. But anyway, I could have kept it to myself. But anyways, so me and the cousin that I know well, we're gonna call her cousin A, okay? And we're gonna call the other cousin cousin B. So this cousin apparently did not like me. Cousin B did not like me. And I'm the type of person where I know how to, I don't bring certain people around certain people. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't get along with everybody. And unfortunately, you know, some people don't believe in the dream of Martin Luther King. With me, I can get along with anybody because I ain't got no personal vendettas against nobody. But apparently I've been this, you know, this person everybody been wanting to shut down or put in my place or shut my mouth or something. I mean, but knows to me, I'm not knowing none of this is going on for real. So I met this cousin, and then me and cousin B, I think, I want to say we like 10 years apart. It's how we grow up together. You know what I mean? 10 or 12 years apart, I want to say. I could be wrong. People be lying about that age, but there you go. Tell you, I don't know the cousin that wouldn't even know how old she is. But she's a lot younger than me. So when I was running around kicking kickballs and climbing trees, she had to be in diapers. So with that being said, it was just strange that she kept saying we grew up together. And I'm just like, I know I ain't had that much of a hard life to not remember that. But anyway, I'm a people person, so I was like, you know, I was out of town for a great deal of my, you know, my years of my life growing up. So I was like, maybe, you know, I was in and out, so I didn't see you. So I was doing a fashion show, so I was like, let me get to know this cousin. So I invited this cousin to go out with me and cousin A to pass out flyers and mingle and, you know, talk to people about the show, whatever. And the show was actually a lot of fun and it turned out well. But the cousin didn't want, let me slow down, cousin B and I was doing the flyers. Cousin A went out and I met this guy while we was out. And mind you, we've been hanging out at one of the hookah bars, and this guy was just really, you know, feeling your girl, but it wasn't nothing, you know, crazy or too serious. I like to have fun with people, and every time we went out, he was always there. He was always greeted us, and we just had a good time when we was at the hookah bar. So when, you know, guys can be very particular about what they like, and I'm a very feminine woman. I ain't too damsel in distress and dainty. I do like wearing pants, but I'm not the one to clap hands and say bro all the time. And you know, I'm a woman's woman, and if I'm not to the degree of standards, then I beg to differ. So cousin A goes out, and your girl, cheetah, leopard print, dainty, sexy. And this cousin, I'm the type of person where I can look at you and can see your inner beauty, or I can see your inner evil. But when I first meet a person, I don't look at their inner ugly, you know what I mean, until they show it. I don't go in nobody's house looking for their dirt, you know what I mean. I'm only there for a short time. Now let's go. And I could tell that she was uncomfortable the way the guys were kind of moving around her, because they were used to me and cousin A while this whole little event was going on. and they look different. You know, cousin A is on the larger size, and cousin B is a little bit bigger than her. And she goes on, I was about to get irritated because I didn't like how the dude, now mind you, while all this is going on, cousin A ain't realizing that her main cousin right here that she's trying to get to know has got her back. And I don't like when men disrespect women because of their looks. Like, I'm not here for you just to look at me. I'm here to actually enjoy myself. So if you don't want to look at me, look somewhere else, but you don't have to make me feel bad. And I thought she looked nice that night. You know, I want to make sure my friends ain't looking good, everybody looking good, we feeling good. And I thought she looked nice. Prior to other times I've seen her, she's a little, you know, a little rough around the edges, but you know, people can grow. And when I heard the guy talking to his friend, I'm like, don't say that. You know what I mean? That's when you know when somebody talk about your family, that's my cousin. You know, I didn't even know her like that, but I was like, that's my cousin, I'm talking about. But I could look at her face and feel her discomfort. But she didn't know I was over there vouching for her, right? So nipped that in the bud. Then she felt out like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, because I'm over here telling these motherfuckers if they don't respect, you know, who I come with, then they can get ghosts. So that was that. So later on, we go to the homeboy who's a DJ. We went and kicked it at his spot. And we had a good time. Just grown-ups having fun. We were eating and drinking and just having a good time, listening to music, cracking jokes. It was a good time. So he came to me and he tells me, I guess a neighbor upstairs came around and said, y'all making too much noise. So he pulled me to the bedroom and he was like, hey, I don't mind you and cousin A, because that's kind of been our little thing. We've been moving around like that for some time now, a few weeks, just hanging out. We go out, you going, yep, meet me here. We was kicking it. And he was like, but your other cousin B, he was like, she's too loud. And I was like, I can't be offended because I've never been out with her, so I don't know how she moved. So I was like, okay. It gets so crazy, and I'm trying to stay on the actual reality of what really was, because there was so many things thrown at me. Like, you think you all that? You a drug lord? You be taking a whole bunch of drugs and popping pills. You ain't got no life. And I mean, it was so much going on. I'm like, damn, when I do that? Like, let me know, like, when it's been that serious. Like, cause y'all on some other ish. So I'm trying to stay on the core, really, what really was going on. Cause how I seen it was totally different from the lens that my cousin A and cousin B was seeing. Cause later on, it seemed like they teamed up against me. So after I pulled my cousin to the side and I was like, come here, let's go outside. So we go outside and I was just like, he was like, y'all can stay, but your cousin gotta leave. I'm like, how you just tell somebody that we can stay, but your cousin gotta go? So I was just ready just to, you know, pack everything up, everybody just leave. So he goes on, and he went wrong for that, you know what I mean? That's his place of residency. And I'm like, anybody in their right mind should respect them person. How, whether you bougie, hood, ghetto, or just ain't got no tag, you should have that common sense, because don't you want to be invited back again? So I took her outside. We sat in her truck, and it went from me telling her, listen, we're gonna pack it up because dude's saying that we getting too noisy and you acting a little pushy. Because he was saying that she was coming on to him and he wasn't feeling her like that. And I was like, okay, if that's not your, you know, your state, that's what's up. But I guess I wouldn't hear him because he was like, well, I like you. And I was like, I'm just kicking it with everybody, you know. I'm not trying to be nobody boo. I was just enjoying the music and the drinks and the Subway sandwiches, like, I don't know, but it was weird. So it went from that to her telling me in minutes that I think I'm all that. Mind you, I ain't never been in a car next to this cousin B, ever. This was the first time that I ever sat in a car next to her. So that just goes to tell you how I really don't have no relationship with this person. We ain't never been in the mall, we ain't never been to the store, we ain't never went to their kids to the skate rink, you know, none of that. So I'm just like, okay. So we all been drinking. So I'm just like, my grandmother always taught me, an unsober mind speaks sober thoughts. So if somebody drinking around you and they start saying some stuff, you better listen, because they gonna either tell you the truth or a lie. You better pay attention to both. So I was like, what you talking about? And then she started telling me about cousin A's boyfriend, and how I was wrong for allowing them to stay together. And I'm like, girl, we are grown. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but he does this and I said, listen, cousin B, I can only be the cousin that's there for you when you need me, but I can't intervene your whole entire life and how you see things. I was like, if cousin A want to be with a person, and I didn't think the dude was horrifically bad, but you know how some people can exaggerate things or not really see their part in things, so it can make it seem like that. So I was just like, but that has nothing to do with me. I didn't introduce them. I wasn't even in town when they met. So I thought that was weird. And then she went to say, and you think you're the only one that can do hair. Mind you, I was just telling her that dude was saying what he was saying. If she was on the other foot and I was pushing up on the dude and he wasn't feeling me and I was embarrassing myself, I would want my cousin to be like, girl, not him, because he laughing at you. Like, don't let me embarrass myself. But this cousin, it just made me look at it more like she did not like me. And when she said, you the only one that think you do hair, I'm like, now my whole buzz is going down, you know. I'm losing it, because I'm thinking to myself, like, I mean, I'm losing momentum in the conversation with him. I'm not an angry person. When I get drunk or I drink or I get tipsy, I'm gonna go to sleep on you. Or I'm gonna get my romantic, or I might get goofy or silly, but I'm not an angry drinking person. Like, I don't want to fight you when I get drunk. I want to be left alone. But so, and then she said, I said, and I'm saying, you know, cousin B, what does that have to do with anything? And she said, well, you don't got your license and I do. And I'm thinking, well, good, I didn't know you had a license, girl, that's good, but why are you up here like you trying to compete with me? And I said, you know what, cousin B, I see this ain't going nowhere, girl. I'll talk to you later. Mind you, we got I had a whole show that I got coming up the next week. So we grown. We should be able to agree and disagree. So I'm not thinking this girl really does, you know, it's like she came into my life just to try to hurt me. And nobody can say, no, that's not what it was, because that's what it looked like to me. So aside of that, have you ever tried these? Like, it's different. You gotta really have an acquired taste for them. Like, you know, you like seafood. I love seafood, but these, I like them. It's just like a creamy. They're good though. But anyway, so I get out the car and I go back into the loft or whatnot, and I get my stuff ready to go home. And cousin A already gone. And I let my friend know that, you know, I'm going to go ahead and leave. So I get my Uber. He gets my Uber for me. And I get home safe and sound. Still feeling good. I get back on my grind for the fashion show. And I said to myself, you know, nothing of it. You know, you drink, people say stuff. I'm not the type of person to take everything personal. So I was just like, you know, so I reached out to her and I called her, you know, like, hey, you know, cousin, how's it going, girl? I was like, do you want, I'm about to get the seats ready for the show. Of course, you family, so I'm gonna have you sit in the front. Are you going to be able to come? And she said, no, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, you know, I ain't nothing to it but to do it. I went ahead and had my fashion show, enjoyed it, have fun. It was a good turnout. Everybody had fun. I performed to show some of my original designs. It was a good time. After that, hold on. And the kid was acting up at the gym. Okay, so anybody who knows me, I'm not a confrontational person, but I'm opinionated when it's necessary, and when it's necessary, my opinion matters. But I don't have to prove myself to nobody, and I'm a family. After this situation, my whole views on family changed when it came to like cousins and stuff like that, because you think you know a person well, and then they throw you up under the bus, and literally I was almost thrown up under the bus. Well, we gonna get to that. So I didn't think nothing of it. So let's say, fast forwarding, me and cousin A was at the fashion show. Cousin A and cousin B, they always went out together. She had, like, it was either Friday night they went out, Saturday night me and this cousin would go out. And she never invited me when they went out. Now, I credited that as we were just two different people. When I go out, I'm not extremely bougie. I'm just out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out. I can have fun. I can clown. I can joke around. I don't take things too serious. But sometimes I just get out and it just feels good just to not have to be focused on something. So I enjoy just the observations of my peoples and at the club and the music. I'm using my senses when I'm out. And I just enjoy being out. And, you know what I mean? My turn up might be different than the next cousin. And from some of the outfits I seen these cousins wear when they go out together, it's a little different. I'm like, okay. You know, I'm a fashionista, but I know how to put it. I know how to put it together. So I know how to put it together. I can credit myself on fashion. I mean, cousin A picked up a lot of style from me. Like I said, she was younger, so you know, I show her a lot of things, whether she would tell me that or not. So it's been about almost a year, and since the fashion show. So at this time, cousin A introduced me to a job which another friend of hers was working. After this, I learned my lesson with my cousin. Hey, she offer you a job or try to hook you up with a boyfriend, don't do it. It's just that one, you got that one cousin that bring you drama and she don't know it, you know, innocently said she don't know she doing it, and when you just make it through, it's just like it's like, girl, you is bad luck for this round. So so with that being said, so I'm working at this daycare that my cousin brought me to. She was kind of like, you want? I'm like, yeah, we're doing a side, you know, a little side job, part-time job. And I love kids. I enjoyed these kids. But when I went in, it was like almost winter time. And these kids were sick. Like, these kids had green mucus coming out their nose. And so guess who got sick? I got sick. So this was like at the beginning of the year, of this particular year, of 2022. So I'm working my butt off. So the cousin A is working at the daycare too, but she just so happened not to be there when I'm there, which I'm like, fine. I mean, you don't shit when I shit, I don't shit when you shit, so it wasn't no big deal. So I wasn't really stressed about that, but I was just kind of worrying about, like, what are you doing? Are you all right? What's going on? And her and cousin A, I think cousin B moved closer to the job, so they was hanging out more. So me just kind of just being in this oblivion of self-awareness and peace and not taking shit personal, especially when it's hidden personal vendettas against you. How can I take it personal? Never knew it was one. So with that being said, I'm working on this camera thing because I can't see me looking at my camera, right? But then I look at here and I'm like, okay, that'll work. So I'm gonna go here with it. I'm gonna go here with it. I'm gonna go here with it. My eyes are just stressed right now because I've been trying to keep myself alive for this last week. I told you I wasn't feeling well. But so my cousin was kind of absent. I heard she wasn't feeling good. So I called and check on her. I'm realizing, yeah, she probably ain't feeling good because a lot of the kids in the daycare was sick. I mean, kids are kids. You know how kids, especially in schools, they pass around germs. So the little kids, as adorable as they were, I fell in love with those kids. They one of the other teachers there kind of had a little jealous moment because she noticed that the kids would come to me because I have a mother instinct. One of the little boys, just lightheartedly speaking, not jealousy where she wanted to stab me in the back like the cousin, I think. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get back to that. But I don't think anybody can take offense if it's true. If it's true, then it is what it is. Let's change for the better. But if it ain't true, then I can see you taking offense. Like, damn, that's fucked up. But that's what it is. It's either you become aware of it and change it, or that's just who you are in nature. So it's like, man, just make sure I keep my distance. So at the daycare, the kids just kept coming to me to blow their nose. So by the end of their head, snot, mucus all on my shirt, and I was wore out. Like, I couldn't even come home and feed my own kids, and I started getting sick. So I'm trying to nurse myself back to health and carry on with a 9-5, take care of these kids, my own, and be there for the kids at the daycare. And at the end of that, I was working every day non-stop. Like, I had no leisure. It was sleep, go to work. And I think any adult who has children and who works with children needs some type of leisure. Like a leisure where you either get out and do something adulting some way. If it's an adult walk, if it's going out and listen to some music at a jazz bar, if it's just going to a bookstore and focusing on what adults read. Like, you need to have those moments because it gets overwhelming when you hear the complaints of the parents and, you know, their kids are learning themselves, and this kid don't like this kid, and some of the kids will say racist things, and I had to be the person as brown and beautiful as I am to break that stuff up, and it was a lot. But all in all, the kids were good kids. And at the end of the day, my cousin calls me. That's cousin A. I'm about to get back to the drama. My cousin calls me and she says, do you want to go out? Mind you, it's a weekend, so I'm off, and because the kids, of course, don't have school daycare on the weekend. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's what I need, because I ain't been out in months. And I'm like, sure. So then she tells me, well, cousin B gonna go too. Me being a grown-ass woman, I was like, okay. Like, I guess that was my warning. Like, I'm just letting you know. And in my head, I'm thinking, I ain't never, first off, we didn't grow up together. We didn't sit at the same table and eat. We didn't have the same friends. I knew her mother for a short time. But I was very young when I seen her mother. And I had just recently learned that her mother had passed away. Before me and the cousin had this altercation. And you know, I don't disrespect the dead at all, but I knew her mother. Her mother was always around. My uncle and my older cousin, or I didn't know who she was, you know, because I was a kid. I just seen a whole bunch of adults. Her mother was a very beautiful lady, and actually nice. But after that, so I'm as an adult, I don't have no problems with this girl. She didn't come to my fashion. I ain't gonna be like, you ain't come to my fashion. There's a whole bunch of other people that did. Well, I'm gonna be mad at you. I don't even know you like that. He just showed me, called me, didn't even want to come. So it is what it is. I don't hold grudges. I keep my distance. That's a difference with me. And I was like, okay. So I get ready. My cousin come in the house. This one stuff just got crazy, because sometimes people make up lies when they don't like me, just to start shit. And I'm just like, the best thing to do when you don't like a person is just leave them alone. Keep your distance. Stay away from them. Like, you ain't gotta be, we don't have to be friends. We ain't gotta be enemies either. You know what I mean? You being my enemy is not gonna put no money in your pocket, I promise you. I promise you. It's not gonna make you look better. It's not gonna make you feel better. There ain't gonna be no famous magic quote that you're gonna do and you're gonna look different, feel different, walk different, talk different by you just not liking me. The best thing, if you don't like me and my character, you don't have to be, I'm not gonna pressure you to like me. So, mind you, after being in the car with the cousin, and she going, you think you're the only one that can do hair? I didn't even know she knew I did hair, but I was like, all my other cousins do hair. And another one of my cousins, well, she ain't in this scenario, but she could go, girl. She called with the wigs. Like, I ain't really do wigs. I did braids, but she was out braiding me for a minute. You know what I mean? But at least she acknowledged that, girl, when you showed me how to do that, I took that and whooped it up. You know what I'm saying? She didn't go, oh, you know. So I was like, I ain't never really showed this cousin nothing. So cousin B was just on some vindictive, you know, harassment for whatever reason that she felt necessary. But anyway, so cousin A comes in the house and know I'm cute. You know, I get my my hair, and so I get my I'm in the bathroom just finishing my little makeup. She goes, first thing she says when she come in is, cousin A, I know why cousin B mad at you. Might just been a year. We just met. Like, I've seen her come and go with cousin A when they would come to her house and she asked for some lip gloss or something. Cousin A would, you got some hair glue or eyelash glue, you got some mascara, and they go out. I know who she was the daughter of, you know what I mean? But we don't know each other, you know what I mean? Like, I know your name, but for the long, I know her last name. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when you know me, you know me. But when you don't know me, those little elements will prove that you don't know me. I'm not gonna be mad about it. So when she said, I know why she mad at you, I'm like, I didn't know she was mad at me. She was like, she said that I said something about kids. At that moment, I'm like, girl, I don't talk about nobody kids. I have children, and Just as much as I wouldn't want anybody putting my kids in adult drama, I would never put nobody's children. And this girl, this particular cousin, her father had brought their son over, or her son over, the house plenty of time. Cute little kid. I'm like, whose little boy is you? You know, just cute little kid. I didn't have no problem with it. You want a juice box? You know what I mean? Like, kids is always welcome. Anything if I can get it for them, they gonna get it. And it just seemed like this cousin, oh dang, did I cut myself? Oh, I thought I was leaving. This cousin just seemed like she was trying her best to just find a way to make me look bad. And I was like, I just didn't get it. Like, so we go out, and my soul was so stressed out that I couldn't pick up the vibes when we got in the car, because mind you, I was at this daycare, and the daycare was so unorganized, and this learning center, excuse me, was so unorganized. It was so much drama that the head affiliates wasn't aware of. People were coming to me. I'm the type of spirit where there's a problem, I don't even have to know you. People just come to me and talk to me. And I've been like that since I was a youngster. And I just feel that that's a gift from my ancestors. And, you know what I mean? Don't look at it as a bad thing. So if somebody asks me a question, if I can help them, I'm going to say something to aid the situation. And when I say everybody affiliated with the daycare were coming to me telling me problems, I was about to explode. So that, amongst the kids being mucused up and snotted up, that was weighing on me. So when my cousin caught me go out, I'm just like, I just need to escape. So my senses were already ran down, and I'm thinking I'm in good hands with family. And when I got in the car, I kind of felt something, but I couldn't make sense of it. Because mind you, I'm an adult. I'm a mother. My cousin's an adult. She's a mother. My cousin A is an adult. She's not a mother, but the cousin B is an adult and a mother. So I'm just thinking we should be able to, you know, put delusions aside and have a good time, because I ain't do nothing to you. So I couldn't make sense of, maybe I shouldn't hang out with this girl because she told me she didn't want to come to my fashion show, because that would have been petty. So I just kind of sat and I thought, like, you know what I mean, I shouldn't have no beef. Like, you know, it is what it is. So I was like, what's up, cousin? And she was like, So I was like, alright. You know, we get to the club. But mind you, this club, all these people I know. Why do I know these people? Because this is where I had my fashion show. So I made friends with all the folks at the club. From the bartender, from the owners, from the DJs, from the regulars. I had a good repertoire with these individuals. So cousin A started bringing her there on nights when I wasn't there, which I didn't mind. But don't be disrespectful. So one of my particular friends, God bless his soul, he passed away, and he was so cool. He was one of the coolest. He was one of the security guards there, and he was just a really good soul. You know, you just meet people. For ladies, you meet a man who they not are not always trying to get in your drawers, you know what I mean, but they pursue you in a way where you could tell they're a friend to you and always will be a friend to you. That was this cat. So God bless his soul. We love you. We love you. You know who you are. For copyright reasons, I'm not mentioning no names or titles of places and people. So here we are at the club. And I go to the bathroom, and as soon as I get in the bathroom, cousin A is over here, cousin B over here by the toilet, and she says, let me tell you something. So I already felt a little ambush, and I'm like, first, before you say anything, cousin A already told me that you said I said something about your kids. Who would I have said something to about your kids? Who do you know that I know? And what would I have said about your kids? I'm like, what's going on? Boy, I swear. So after that, she's like, well, let me tell you something. You keep my MF and kids out your mouth. You say something about my kids, I'll pop a bitch. I'll pop a bitch. And I'm like, I just told you I ain't said nothing about your kids. So calm down, little soldier. Like, what's going on? So I said, you know what? I see she wasn't listening to me. So I said, let's just quiet this down, because it's not going to go nowhere. Let's have a good time. I said, I am overwhelmed. I don't feel well. I have a headache like this. I'm just trying to be present, get around some friends that I know, listen to some good music, be in good company, have a few drinks, and dance before I have to go back to this daycare that's driving me crazy. And the daycare was hell too, because the management sucked, and they were probably semi-racist or biased, and it was just a mess. I mean, learning center, excuse me. So after that, I said, I'm just needing to get out. I don't even know if I'm coming or going. I'm telling my cousin this, and cousin A sitting up here. I said, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I said, I've been through hell for these last couple of weeks. Y'all have no idea what I've been going through at this daycare learning center. These women been having me running around like a damn Hebrew slave. They been having me do jobs and not even credit me to. They've been changing my pay. They've been having me work more. It's just a lot. And I was like, y'all have no idea. So I just need to get out. I never said nothing about your kids. I don't know where you got that from. If I said something about your kids, you would be able to tell me what I said. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go out. So then cousin A chimes in and said, yeah, let's not say nothing. Let's keep it, cool. So cousin B goes, also, at first you were saying we should say something, but now you saying we shouldn't say nothing. And I was like, I looked at both of them and I was just like, I ain't gonna win. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna win. I never win at these types of battles when somebody make up their mind and want to go against me. Not that they win, but I'm gonna have to go through the tussle and fuss with them. You know what I mean? I just be so over it. Like, oh, just leave me the hell alone. So I looked at cousin A, looked at cousin B, and I was just like, so I walked out the bathroom. So in that moment, I realized that they've been talking about me. Because mind you, for the last couple of months that I've been working at the daycare that the cousin A brought me to, she kind of been missing Ashley coming and going. And she told me for the last 2 months she's been hanging out with cousin B, because cousin B moved closer to the facility we was working at, so she's staying there. So I'm thinking to myself, first time she comes in the house, the first thing she says, I know why she ain't mad at you. So you tell me for 2 months she just told you this today? And we ain't talked in a whole year, but you been around me almost every other day, and you tell me you just realized that she was mad at me and you couldn't resolve it before you put us in the same room, car, and bathroom together? So y'all been talking about me. So I was like, all right, it's whatever. So I go out, and my friend's standing up there, and I just give him this big old hug, and he picks me up and starts carrying me around like a baby. I'm like, boy, if you don't put me down. And he me not being in the club, my club, with cousin A for a while, because I was working, and she was taking cousin B. I guess cousin B started liking my friend, and when she seen that, she got mad. Now mind you, I'm a grown woman. I don't fall in love with nobody's man or nobody else's belongings. I am not gonna put myself in that type of stress. And when all hell broke loose, it was death. So mind you, we was cool all night. You know what I mean? I mingled with a couple folks. I don't know if you ever just had so much stress on you, and when you drink, you're just so outroverted that you're trying to get out of your mind because you've had so much on your mind and your body that you're not overdoing it, but you're just trying to escape. So some people say, well, that's an alcoholic if you do it every day. But when you do it once every 3 weeks, it's like you just don't want to go back to the reality of dealing with the bullshit that ain't gonna never change until it ain't gonna never change. I just want to get out of it. And that was the job that I was dealing with at the time. And the cousin that brought me to it, and the cousin A and B who was partnering up, and it just seemed like a whole bunch of bullshit at one time. So at the end of the night, and I wish I would have with the friend, because we was gonna go out, and I wish I would have went out with him, but I was tired. You know what I mean? Mind you, like I said, when I was not feeling well, so it felt good to be around people and peers. But I knew by the end of the night I wasn't gonna make it no further, because I'm having to put the management at this day center or whatever, they put me in a classroom which they said was one of the worst classrooms. The kids was outrully. I got bit, I got spit on, I got called out of my name. It was a lot. So although these kids weren't, you can't be mad at the kids, they was only 4, 5, 6, 7, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, where they get it from? But I was overwhelmed, you know what I mean? So by the end of the day, I just wanted to get out, have a good time, and get home, get some rest, heal up a little bit so I can be back at work. And we get in the car, and I looked at the cousin. I was talking to the owners of the club about doing another show, and something just said, look over at her, something ain't right. And I looked over the cousin, she had this real unorganic smile on her face, like she was possessed in some type of way. And I looked at him, and I'm like, and she was like, cousin, come on over here, come over here with us. And it was 2 light-skinned dudes who were so down to earth. And I went over there and started talking to them, and they was telling me one guy did poetry, another guy did t-shirts. You know, I like to network, you know what I mean, see what people do. So, and they just look like, whatever she doing, we ain't trying to have no parts of it. I'm looking like, I know I've been drinking, but damn, what is going on? I don't think I had an edible. So, so by the end of the night, my friend was like, you want to go to another club? I was like, yeah, but I was like, I'm tired. So me and my cousin, we just gonna go ahead, and I guess we was supposed to go. I said I didn't remember saying I was gonna go, but and I remember calling me. But I guess when he was calling me to see we was coming, it was still kind of early, and like 1 or so, 1:30 maybe 2, and he was like, she goes, we're driving back home, and all I know is I'm sitting in the car and I'm calling another friend of mine and see what he was doing, because I was gonna go, you know, chill over his house and, you know, chill out. And he goes, he didn't pick up the phone. So as soon as I looked down at the phone, I'm telling the cousin, like, and I'm gonna tell y'all what my cousin A told me I said. Do I regret I said it? No, I don't regret saying what I said. If you're gonna regret saying what you said, why say it? I know that sounds so cold-hearted, but let me get to that. So, mind you, I'm telling them I don't feel well. I'm not in my right mind. I'm overstressed. It showed me that neither one of the cousins, A or B, gave a hell about any of that I said. They pressed the envelope at that point. So I was in fight or flight mode. So we're in the car, and so allegedly we start fighting. Why we start fighting, I don't know. So mind you, I'm not a fighter. I can count on one hand how many fights I've had in my life, and it was all out of defending myself. And I'm talking about physical fights. Where I'm having to punch somebody or somebody's trying to punch me. This is the first time in my life I've ever had a female. Now mind you, I'm 30 plus. So if I'm 30 plus, I can stand here and say I ain't had no physical altercations with nobody, and I ain't had no fights where I'm out here fighting somebody because they man said this or they, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a grown woman. Like, I don't have no time for fighting somebody that's for some reason that don't make no sense. So I'm like, I don't know why this cousin don't like me. So all I know is I'm trying to call my friend come and get me, and we start arguing. From what the cousin told me, from my aunt, yes, I was drinking, is what I remember was this. Oh, he ain't picking up. Oh, forget it, I'm about to go home and go sleep. Then I see this girl turn around. And mind, this girl's like 4 times my size. We give her 3.5 times size. And she's a, you know, she could probably go into WWF. But she was like, which was very unfair. But the part that was more unfair is that it all was set up. Like, it all felt like y'all knew, y'all planned to do this, so y'all tried to make me cool, feel comfortable. I was eating and drinking, taking edibles, I'm all cool. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I'm in a good environment because I ain't never had a fight with this cousin. You know what I mean? We have our disagreements, and we, like grown women, we get back to us. But after this, I just, like, I can't trust you no more. And the cousin turned around, she has rings on her finger, and she just twice hit me in my face. I was like, he kept saying, this is what the cousin told me. She said that I called her an ugly bitch, and I said I don't know her, and I said she was ugly inside out. And I said, the type of person I am, and I ain't gonna even front, I'm not the type of person to call anybody ugly. I call a thing ugly, a characteristic ugly, before a person. Because I done seen too many arrays of beauty in my life to think that one standard is beauty. And this ain't no cap, this ain't me just trying to get hype. I just think that there are different arrays of beauty when it comes to certain things. And I look at people's character, and that's what I find ugly. So in my intelligence, I'm telling her, you showing me outside, you ugly. And you showing me from what is coming from the inside out is ugly. So you ugly inside out if you can't see that I am God body. I have love, I have peace, I have this around me. I don't bring drama, drama comes to me. I don't create drama, drama creates itself to try to stop me and whatever. I can go into the public, I can go in my neighborhood, I can go in my city, I can go anywhere by myself or with an entourage. I don't feel threatened by nobody because I'm not here doing nobody wrong. So when I said what I said, I meant what I said, and that's why I said I don't regret saying it, because I meant what I said. Her character was hella far ugly. Now, fast forward, I get out the car. Man, I saw she's, she's, WWF. So I'm looking at her, and I'm just shocked. So I don't know if we continue to fight, but I know the cousin A pushes me over, or she pushes me, and I fall. And I get back up, and I looked at the cousin A because she comes over to me like she's trying to help me, and I was like, so I hit her, and I get up, I hop in their car, skirt, so did skip skirt and half their ass walk, and I went home. I took off my shoes because and mind you, we get to the club, this girl got on some flats, some sweat pants, like stretchy pants, a cardigan t-shirt, hair pulled back. She came to fight. We going to the club. I got on some cute little tight skinny girl jeans and my little high heel boots, cute little crop top. You know what I mean? My earrings, hair flossed out. She came to fight. Like she was trying to hit me before the moon went down or something. And I was like, damn. Alright, that's how you do it. So the cousin, I just looked at it, and I was more hurt by cousin A, because I'm like, I can't be mad at cousin B. Whatever personal issues or self-hate she got going on, y'all forgive me for my focus being off, okay? I'm working my eyes. because my eyes been feeling like they just been stuck like this and they jumping out of socket. So I'm kind of like trying to stretch and figure out my focus. So I know it look crazy, you know, I'm looking over here, but just think I'm being interviewed, okay? I'm just being interviewed, all right? I'm talking to my best friend, okay? But like I was saying, I can't be mad at cousin B because I can't tell you none of her history. I can't tell you how me and her ever had a problem. Or who she ever had a problem with. I can't tell you who ain't never been there for her. What man never loved her. Or what problem she have problems with loving herself. But cousin B, I mean cousin A, I can say those things. I can tell you like, girl, I know you in the back of your hand. So for you not to know, and she swore up and down, I didn't know she didn't like you. And I'm thinking to myself, how didn't you not know? That type of anger. When I say this girl hit me in both of my, she busted my eyebrow, and she blacked my eye. When I say she hit me so hard that you could tell she was premeditated on it. You know what I mean? Like the problem is she caught me off guard because I'm looking down at my phone. And as soon as I look up, she hits me. And I was like, it must have boiled up at her to where I'm like, because I was like, but you called her a bitch. And I was like, you know what, fuck you. Because this is how I felt on this part. Have you ever seen me get like that with anybody? You ain't never seen me get in no fight with nobody. You seen people always try to fight me. Now this is to cousin A. You seen people try to do shows and town shows. You see people try to steal my stuff. You see people try to lie on me. You see people try to set me up with drama. You see people try to jump on me. You just sometimes you just that one person that everybody just wants to take from but give no credit to. So for you to put me in a situation where you know this girl does not like me, I should hit you in your face. I should make you feel exactly what I felt when she hit me. The funny thing is, I had went to the dentist earlier that day, so my whole side of my face was numb, just numb. So, because I had some dental work done, so I'm Novocaine up, so I couldn't even feel my face. So when she hit me, it was like, so the healing process went through with like a breeze. But the way she hit me, it was like as if she wanted just to make me look ugly. And it was just kind of like, what did I do to you, girl? Like, I could never, if I'm gonna fight somebody and somebody said, dang, what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you why. It's gonna be in my favor. Damn, I see why you did that. But if somebody to her say, I see why you did that, they just as blind as she is. Like, how do you fight somebody who has no problem with you? And only thing that you can say is you have personal issues. You have some jealousy issues, because she kept trying to make me seem like I was jealous of her because she had a license. I'm like, girl, if anything, I'm gonna be proud of you. You know what I mean? Unfortunately for me, how my life was set up, I wasn't able to go to a hair school. You know, I'm glad that I don't have to have a license to braid, but that was something that I wanted to do. But I'm not mad at the next person, especially if it's family that got to be able to do that. I'm proud of you. Yeah, hire me. You know, let me do apprenticeship under you. But this cousin did not like me. And to this day, cousin A, well, with me and cousin A, mind you, I did this cousin's hair. I made clothes for this cousin. She was my muse. If I came up with a style, hey cousin A, come on, let me hook you up. That was that cousin. You know, she had it good. And no offense to cousin B, but I just got a little bit more skills when it comes to the hair. You know what I mean? I got a little bit more years in it. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell the difference when cousin A would get her hair done. But it was, you know, I wasn't hating on it. It's just like, don't try to come for me when, you know what I mean, the skill ain't top tier yet. You growing, but don't try to knock me down because I ain't got a license, but your skill with license ain't even top in mine. Don't do that to me, because I mean, if anything, I'll be learning from the cousin with the top tier skills. That you grand a license, you that good shit. I'm watching you. What's up? But no. And this cousin, it's going on 2 years now. I still ain't talking to this cousin A. Mind you, like I said, I'm not mad at cousin B. Will me and cousin B ever be friends? No. Because we weren't friends in the first place. she didn't want to be my friend. So cousin A, I felt like her, and you know, I was hurt. So I reached out to her. After some time, you know, I reached out to her mother, and her mother kind of seemed like she had some FUs for me, and I was like, dang, okay. I looked up to you as, you know, an elder, but I guess at a certain time in your life, people just start to show different colors, whether it's their true colors or not. It's, you know, left to discussion. But I just felt like, damn, I was alone in a moment. And in my life, unfortunately for me, the hard times, I've pretty much been, you know, been my shell. You know what I mean? Like, been my guardian, been everything. Me and my ancestors, because anytime shit get hard, I was by myself. And I don't look better like, you know, woe is me. I just, like, I'm glad that I wasn't tagging nobody else along, giving faith to them, thinking that they helping me when they really not. But this particular cousin, after some months, she was like, well, let me tell you what you did. You know, you hurt her. You hurt her feelings, and you called her ugly. You called her she was fat, and da-da-da. I'm like, y'all nobody ever stops to say, damn, Siobhan don't even act like this. She just told you she don't feel good. You up here talking about some shit that ain't random. That's random. I know she ain't said nothing about your kids. I know she would never say nothing about kids. As long as the many kids we know, this girl ain't never talked about nobody's kids. And for you to come out of nowhere saying that she's talking about your kids, you making up something. If you don't like her, just say that. That's what the cousin A should have said. But no, this cousin vouched for the cousin in being delusional. If I'm being delusional, don't support it. Don't support me in my delusion. If I am delusional, do not support me. But I mean, if I'm delusional, help me up. But if I'm trying to make a point and it sounds like, you know, girl, she don't even go to that school, or she don't even talk to that girl, or she don't even, and you just tell, like, she never said that. Don't be like, I was there. Like, don't be that person, because you will be looking just as dumb. And she sends me this long 2-3 page letter of the night, and I was like, I read it, but I said, I'm not asking you what I did. I know what I did. I said, bitch, you leave me the fuck alone. Your ass is ugly inside out. I don't fucking know you. We didn't grow up together. Why are you being so delusional, saying we grew up together? I don't know you. Tell me you don't know me. If I'm being delusional, I'm gonna think like, damn, you're right. Wake up. It's time to be conscious now. So I'm like, get off of my back. Like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But me saying that triggered. I'm like, anybody else can get into a fight. Bitch, fuck you. That's why fuck you, man. Like, da-da-da-da. I'm just saying, bitch, I don't know you. And it's like, oh hell, she just ruined your whole life. And I'm like, no, I'm just telling you the truth. Like, where do you get these accusations from? Where are you getting this, like, this information? I don't understand. And my cousin, like, you called her, and she was crying, and I looked at her, and I seen the tears come from her eyes, and I'm like, what soap opera are y'all watching? Who watch soap operas till this day? Like, do you watch soap operas? But anyway, and she was crying, and you were so mean. You were so mean to her, and you looked at her face, and you said, you fat bitch. I don't know you. I know cousin A, but I don't know you. Why the fuck are you fucking with me? And she just cried, and I told her, be the bigger person, cousin A. I mean, be the bigger person. And she couldn't handle it anymore, and I tried to stop her from hitting you. No, what you should have did, cousin A, was stop the whole situation from happening by not inviting me out with you and her. That was y'all thing. You knew she didn't like me, and she still denied. She said, no, she looked up to you. You said that you're the reason why she did hair. And I'm like, nobody, like, I could have been. I'm gonna be better than her and get my license because she don't know. I don't know. You know, it was a strange situation. So then she goes on to say, crazy, boy, I tell you, this, you just gotta be honest with people, man. If it's your family, try your best to be the bigger person and help them by being honest, whether it's altercation or not. But don't waste your life because of your family. Oh, we family, gotta get along. No, we don't have to get along. We don't have to be around each other.
If I see you in public, I can treat you just like a perfect stranger. We ain't gotta put up fists because, you know what I mean? And we ain't gotta do that. And so fast forward, I was irritated with that cousin. I'm like, bitch, I know what I did. Y'all act like, oh, she got drunk, she don't remember what she did, so let's exaggerate it. And I'm like, come on, like, I know what I knew. I was about to fall asleep in the back seat before I got hit. But it was just a mess. So when I got back home, when I drove, like I told you, I drove the car to the house, took off my shoes, I went back outside to fight, and that's when my mom, my uncle, and it was there, and oh girl, dad standing right there, and I'm thinking to myself, cousin B dead. I'm like, it's 2 in the morning. What your dad doing here? You know, I guess you got, before they call the police on me, pops, you know, and I was like, y'all is crazy, man. So cousin B, A, hops in the car, hops in her car, and takes cousin A home. And I'm thinking, ain't her dad right there? You, if anybody, you should have been checking on me. Like, I was the cousin that's been there for you. I mean, we all have our moments, but golly, I'm like, I'm just saying, I'm a good cousin. I'm a good person. But in that moment, that cousin didn't call me, check on me. She didn't call me, check on me. She didn't call me to concern myself. Mind you, the cousins, like I said, you know, she, you know, you would think she a nigga if she covered, you know, didn't wear no wigs. So I was just like, Lord. So, they hop in the car. So, mind you, they got my phone, my shoes. I'm a mom. If I'm out, I need my phone because I want to call my kids. So, she calls me. They weird. Yes, it's weird, dog. Like, I swear they was trying to kill me. That girl wanted to knock me unconscious. I was supposed to die that night. That's what I felt like all that time. I was like, she hit me so hard, like she was trying to hit me in my left brain. Like she was trying to hit a certain pressure point or something in my left side of my face. Like she didn't bust my nose. She didn't bust my mouth. She was so focused on this left eye and the side of my head right here that it was numb to the touch. Like, I don't know. Maybe she was a black belt. I wanted to be a black belt in the former life. I don't know. But aside of that, they had my phone, so I called the cousin from my mom's phone. I'm like, and I'm in oblivion, like, bitch, like, I can talk to you, bitch. You got me fucked up. Nigga this, nigga that, boo, 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 boo. But if that causes you to fight, you can't be called a bitch by somebody who you ain't got no beef with, and that makes you want to fight them. You got some real internal problems that you need to work on, because bitch is not really an insult anymore. It's almost just like a noise. Like, bitch, whatever. That's like barking. You might as well say, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a sound. You know what I mean? Like, it don't, unless you just got really just fucked up views about yourself, the word bitch shouldn't even really bother you. But when I said it, she was trying to tear my face off, my skeleton. And she had I called the cousin A, and I'm like, what the fuck was that about? And she was like, what? I said, girl, what the fuck? This bitch just fucking punched me like a mad boar. Click. Let's crack a leg on that one. Okay. Yes. She hung up straight in my face. Now this is cousin A. And if I told y'all how close cousin A is, y'all be like, oh hell no. All the other cousins I told and friends I've told, they was like, don't fuck with her. And the saddest part, I felt like growing up she needed me the most, because she was a pushover and she was letting people use her. And I'm like, you gotta stop. Don't let people put you in uncompromising positions and they can't help you out of them. I was that cousin. Like, stop giving so much of yourself and you're not getting nothing from nobody. Stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? Say no sometimes. Like, I was that cousin to cousin A. So could you imagine being that cousin for cousin A all your life and we probably like 6 or 7 years apart, I want to say. But being that cousin all your life, just from the heart, you know what I mean? And she pretty much, if I didn't get up and defend myself and hop in that car and ride around that damn block and take off my shoes, if I didn't do that, what if I didn't make it? What if she would have hit me unconscious? What if I would have fell and hit the curb? You know what I mean? Or hit my head unconsciously? Would they have rushed me to the hospital? I beg to differ. I think they would have left me there. I think I would have been left there until the morning. You know what I mean? When I got home, I had so much blood on my shirt. They say alcohol is a painkiller, because a whole bunch of them, like I said, I had Novocaine in the alcohol. So thanks for the spirit in the injection. Thanks to the dental practitioner that day, because it wasn't as painful as it looked, but it was more like it hurt me that my cousin kept trying to vouch for this girl by making me look like somebody I'm not. Like, you've been around me all my life. Whose children have you heard me talk about? Keep it honest. Keep it real. I'll wait. Not too long though. Right, exactly. So I was just like, I guess that cousin started to find a dislike for me too. Sometimes people outgrow people, and I outgrow a lot of characteristics, like hoeing. You know what I mean? Or just, I ain't gonna say hoe, and I'm gonna say, how can I put it? At a certain age, I feel like you should start to cultivate your circle. And if you're just out just freelancing it, no pay, you know what I mean, it's just like your value of self-worth goes down. And that's how I was feeling about certain individuals. Like, after so long, you gotta start to pick yourself up and not be so available to everybody, because you're losing. And when the cousin hung up, and then the next day, I'm calling, trying to get my phone. She's not answering it. And I'm just like, y'all, you hating. I don't know if they was thinking I was about to get a check. They was waiting for the magic call or something. Like, it's us, we're right here. Send it to our address. I don't know. But they was trying to keep that phone. But the whole part of hanging up on me, I was like, and she couldn't explain that. She act like her soul was act like nothing happened. That was her guidance. It's like I could feel it, like the essence. When she picked up the phone, I was like, can you just put my phone in? I'm gonna put it in the mailbox. It was like it's her subconscious soul spirit said, and just act like nothing happened. She listened to it, so you know, I mean, that is what it is. But like I said, I called her mama. Her mama sound nasty, you know. And her mama was like, you seem like you needed some more time. I told you, got my daughter over here crying and da 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 da. And then she said, this will mess me up, because my mom calls me and tells me, you know, Siobhan, I'll be happy if you reach out to the cousin A and y'all make up. I was like, I ain't got no problem with that, but I'm not gonna be the one reaching out, because when you mess up with me, you got to show that you even want it, a relationship again or a friendship again. If you don't show effort, then what the fuck am I, what am I doing trying to make you want something that you don't want? You know what I mean? Maybe our time just outgrew each other. We outgrew each other. And you know what I mean? That year after that, it was the most peaceful year I ever had in my life. And I didn't know how much stress I was getting from certain individuals that was holding dear to me. And I didn't want to go nowhere with nobody. It was me and my dude. After my cousin and I stopped talking, I met a guy, and we're together to this day. And he brought me a lot of peace. And I was like, damn, I didn't even know I was this deprived of peace. You know what I mean? I was by myself for the most part, but golly, like, I really had people around me that was harboring ill will, but smiling in my face. And I was like, that's kind of messed up. But that cousin didn't pick up the phone, the effort to come and see me. She didn't come check on me, see if I needed anything. She never asked me if I was okay. She basically said, you know, I'm sorry that happened. That wasn't my intentions. And I'm just like, what was your intentions? Because intentions I intend that these cousins that don't like each other, because I never said I didn't like her, can get together and we can have an adult conversation. That's an intention. So if that intention wasn't set, what was your intention? My mom told me that I said, why she doesn't call me? And my mom told me that she's scared. I'm like, why would you be scared unless you had some alternative motive in the plotting? You're only leaving minds to wonder if you don't call and solidify what is or what isn't. So I'm just like, girl, like, leave me alone. Like I said, it's been going on 2 years, and I ain't seen that cousin. So apparently what friendship we had was not worth salvaging. And on my stand, I was just like, I was uncomfortable. Like, I didn't want to go out with nobody, no other females that was a little plus size, because I was traumatized. Like, is it a plus size, you know, skinny girl? I'm not the type of girl, the skinny girl walk around like, y'all fat bitches, I'm skinny. I'm just me. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it get on my nerves when heavier set chicks see me, like, oh, you skinny bitch, think you are that. It's like, I ain't say nothing to you. Float over there. You know what I mean? Like, don't come for me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's over here. Just go ahead and with your thickness, leave me alone. So sometimes heavier set women, they get, you know, try to get clout off of trying to demean the skinny woman. Like, cut it out. Let's be a big bitch. Like, you ain't gotta be disrespectful. So for a while, when I was seeing dark skinned, heavy set black women or younger women, I would feel uneasy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all all think like that. I had to pray about that, because I said everybody ain't the same. And then I look back at some of my friends I had in high school. I'm like, damn, some of my coolest down to earth friends were heavy set, taller, bigger women, or bigger girls at that time, but was the most coolest people. So I'm like, I ain't never been that person that had issues, but people want to put an issue on me to have. I'm like, I don't have time for that. So fast forwarding, after I had words with the mother, I just said, you know what, because I was about to go left with her. Like, I respected you enough, but it just messes me up when you bring your problem to me. Like I said, I was always a family member. People call me, tell me their issues, and I come to, you know, to aid or heal, whatever I can do. But when I had a problem and I reached out to this family member who was an elder, mother of cousin A, she basically shut me down, said, we don't need to come to your family event. I was like, whoa, we doing our own thing. I was like, I was just saying, you know, some people just don't think clearly, and I just wanted to make sure. And she was like, I see you still got a problem. I was like, damn, I do have a problem. We haven't talked, and you just giving me the red. But we don't have to come, da 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 da. And she was nasty, and I'm thinking, she ain't never been like that. So I don't know what family possessed my cousin and her mama in them short months, but they got them. So I just had to let it go. Then I reached out to another cousin, and she tells me, this is all I needed. And we're gonna end the story on here. Then I got another story time I'm gonna tell y'all about a friend who really wasn't a friend. She was a manipulating, narcissistic user. Let me stop talking now. But anyway, I called another cousin, and she shut it down. She said, listen, Linda. She said, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this, and you listen clear. Now, me and this cousin, we cool. Now, this cousin, we've been around each other, you know, from diapers to bottles to binkies and clunkers. And she goes, and me and this cousin, we still got a good rapport with each other. Because if anybody sit around you and you know me and you let them talk bad about me, you are not my friend, because you should shut that shit down before they finish their sentence. And cousin A, you did not do that. And you can't say you did. And if you do say you did, guess what? You a lie. And stop lying to yourself, because you can't lie to me. But anyway, cousin told me, I need to go to the store and get another one of those. Oh, those are so good. Ooh. Oh my god, that's so honoring of me. Oh my god, you think you cute and you burping on camera and stuff. Ain't nobody gonna listen to her. She talking crazy and deranged. So she tells me, she gives me a timeline. Mind you, I ain't talked to this cousin about this situation or about cousin A or cousin B. But my other cousin has a little sister, and the little sister said, yeah, we all been hanging out. And she been telling me she was gonna fight you. I'm like, she said for about a month or two. Same time frame that, wait a minute, I just said her name. Okay, so, I'm getting full. So this cousin who has a sister tells me that her sister said, yeah, they all been hanging out. And this cousin B said to cousin A for the last few months, like, she's gonna fight you. She don't like you because you think you're better than everybody. She said you've been talking about all the other cousins and talking about how they ain't got nothing on you. And I'm just like, who would I been saying these things to though? Like, I don't know you. So I was like, dude. She was like, yeah, but she's been saying that for a couple of months, saying that she was going to fight you. So cousin A knew all about it, and cousin A knew she did not like you. So the last word said was, I told cousin A that if cousin B don't like you, stop trying to make them friends. They're grown women if they're not gonna like each other. And mind you, still at this moment they talking about me, I'm still unaware that cousin B don't like me, because cousin A ain't brave enough and woman enough to reach out and say, hey, I just want to let you know what I mean, because you my family and I love you, you always been there for me. Cousin B don't like you, you know what I mean. Oh, long story short, cousin B and cousin A end up getting into it, and A ends up calling my mom to come and pick her up at 4 in the morning, because cousin B ends up shooting in the air to scare her or shooting at her or something of that nature, and she had to run. So I'm just like, whatever cousin A was going through, or cousin B was going through at the time, who knows? Because some people get so much in their pride they don't open up for healing. I knew at that moment when she attacked me, I didn't deserve to be attacked. I didn't do nothing to the girl. So people who do stuff like that are normally people who got personal issues that they don't know how to deal with, and nobody can help them other than themselves by saying what's really going on. Like, I wasn't her problem. That's why I said I wasn't mad at her. I was just like, you know what I mean, like, I could have forgave her if she would have been woman enough just to come and talk to me. But the only semi apology through an uncle was, she said if you cool, she cool. I'm like, I can't hang around you if you ain't conscious of what you did and why, and all I get is I'm cool if you cool. Like, girl, you not gonna beat me and try to beat fear in me. You not gonna put your hands on me and try to beat me into some type of submission to be bullied. Like, I'm too grown for that. Like, no ma'am, we gonna have to sit down around table like grown women. Like, you not gonna come around me like that. Like, girl, bye. And every time I seen her after that, she was always just, you know, drinking. So, you know what I mean, is, like I said, I ain't got no problem with her. Personally, I don't have anything to do with her, because like I said, it's going on 2 years now. We could have solved this. We could have been playing kickball, you know what I mean, for some summer vacation, family reunion, you know what I mean. I'm not the type of person to hold no grudge. Like I said, I'm the type of person who will keep my distance from you because we ain't gonna keep fighting because of something you personally going through. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, if I did something to you, then that's different. But you can't be mad at my swag. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at my glow up. You can't be mad at, and you don't know what I've had to battle with. So you can't be mad that I fought fair and I won. You know what I mean? So, you know, life goes on. You know, people out here really trying to snuff people for reasons being they just got issues that they don't know how to deal with. Like I said, y'all better start sipping on some green tea and meditating so you can start telling yourself the truth. Cause, you know what I'm saying? I could have lost my life. And then it was crazy because I was watching some time after that girl who went to Mexico, the young lady with her friends, and she thought she was friends. I'm not about to go to Mexico. I'm glad that came out with Cousin A and Cousin B, because you know, I'm about to try to start doing some traveling, and I would have been calling Cousin A and Cousin B, and they over there, don't let me get out there, girl, we gonna blah blah. You know, I don't know. I'm just making it up because I don't know. But they would have, what if I would have went out to Mexico and that same thing would have happened to me? Because I thought them cousins were, you know, legitimately just real friends. You know what I mean? You could be family, you could be friends. If we ain't family and friends, then we family. And family ain't always friendly to each other. You know what I mean? I'm grown enough to understand that don't mean that we enemies. I just don't fuck with you. Like, we all good. Like, I ain't got no problem with you. If I see you, I ain't gonna hate you or cast you no evil, wicked eye. You know, I'm just minding my own business. I don't take my time to invest in yours. Like, that's just what it is. But that girl went out to Mexico with her friends, and when she went out with her friends, they ended up getting her drunk, and they probably drugged her. She probably just didn't know. But they ended up killing that girl. They ended up killing that girl. And I'm like, when I seen that, I cried. I literally bawled. And my mom was like, what's wrong? I'm like, mama, that could have been me. I said, that could have been me. I was like, I'm glad that I wasn't that far away from home. My cousin said when she drove, like she drove past the house. And I'm thinking, that looked more like a setup than anything. She's like, no, the reason why I drove past the house is because y'all started fighting. And I was just trying to get to the stop. And I was just like, yeah, you know, I made it. So I don't even care. But listening to that young lady's story about, I can't quote her name right now, y'all forgive me, but I know if y'all know, y'all know. But she went to Mexico, and the way the girls are looking at her in the video, like, if I'm in a group and you looking at me like that, you better check yourself. Like, girl, why am I looking at my friend like that? Like, girl, that's a hater's eye. That's a hater's view. You're like, you can't look at me with, you know what I mean? Like, you can't smile at me when I'm talking. You can't, you know, you can't do that. You looking at me like, you doing all this grimy facial expressions, like, doing this, like, girl, like, don't come around me. Like, that's how they was looking at that girl. They was looking at her like she was prime rib, and they was about to put her on the grill. And next thing you know, they waited till she got drunk and comfortable, and she just wanted to go swimming. She just wanted to put on her bikini and get in the water in Mexico. And they left that girl to die. And when I seen it, I cried, because I was like, as much love as I gave Cousin A, I didn't really get to give love to Cousin B, because I really did not know her like that. And she ruined that before it even began. So, with that being said, when I thought that, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, when you go through shit and you go through things with the reason of knowing your part, like, yeah, I swung on that bitch first, then it's kind of like, it don't sit on your brain long. But when you go through conflict like that and you know you ain't do nothing wrong, you gonna sit and try to find justice, and you gonna have these scenarios playing in your mind. And you gonna always, if you a real person, it's gonna bring, if you know you're a wholesome person, it'll bring tears to your eyes, because you will see the ugly in people and the fear in people. Like, Cousin B brought the ugly. Cousin A showed fear. So Cousin B was able to use Cousin A to get to me to cause harm. And that should have never happened. So seeing what old girl went through in Mexico with her friends, I cried, because I'm like, when I looked up, I'm on the ground, and when I looked up, the other cousin was over here yelling and shit, and I'm just like looking at the cousin, and I could have started fighting her, but in that moment when I looked at her, I just kind of reasoned with myself, and I said to myself, this is the last day I'm gonna see you in the flesh. And that's probably what that was, probably y'all playing, or y'all unconscious playing, or havoc, or whatever y'all had going on. I don't know, but I looked at her with disgust, and I looked at her with sadness, because I never brought trauma to that girl. I never brought trouble to that girl. I never brought hurt to that girl. I never brought any boyfriend or friend she's ever had issues with. She's always come to me. I've always been there to be on her side. I always went to go get her out of something if she needed, or I was always there riding with her passenger side if she needed me to be. Like, I was always that cousin. And it wasn't even on that let's go fuck up somebody's shit. It was just like, let me make sure you're not by yourself in a place, in a time where you need somebody to be there with you. And in that moment, I just looked at her and I just yeah, this is gonna be the last time we gonna see each other, because you just proved to me that you would have left me for dead. Like Mama D said, you left my son for dead. You left him to die. And that's just my opinion. It can be argued, but you ain't gonna be arguing with me. Thank y'all for watching my story time. I did it. Woo! Look, I said these things in my opinion. This was my true experience. No, I'm not innocent, because I cussed and I called a family member a fat bitch because we was arguing. That's what you do when you're arguing with someone. You call them out of their name when they're attacking you. You don't go, I guess I was supposed to go, oh my God, tall, little dark-skinned cousin who are 3 sizes bigger than me. How dare you say these things to me about something I had nothing to do with? You are not a bitch in the situation, but you're being bitchy. Like, people want me to be so politically correct in an argument, and ain't nothing politically correct about pettiness. So, excuse ya. Again, thank y'all for watching my humble lifestyle chameleon girl. I have some story. I do have another story time that I want to share with y'all about an ex-friend of mine. I got a couple of them that I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna take my time because it's therapeutic, you know what I mean, to be able to share your story time, and especially when you're not talking to the people who was in it. Like me trying to talk to cousin A, knowing I wasn't gonna be able to talk to cousin B, because all I got was send through a message through an uncle. I'm standing right here, just come up to me, talk, come up on the porch. Like, it was like if I'm cool, is she cool? No, you shouldn't have never been cool with putting your hands on me when I ain't never done nothing to you. You should have never been cool with trying to demean my character because I wear crystals and she's on that voodoo stuff and all this stuff. Like, what are you? She go to church. I'm wrong because I wear crystals, but she don't know nothing about me, so I just do voodoo. Like, y'all are so unnatural with that comment and stereotype that it's sickening to y'all bellies. But anyways, so this story time being therapeutic for me, I hope that I hope it's entertaining to y'all. And if y'all been through something like this, what end was you on? And when you realized that you was cousin B, did you realize you was wrong as hell and you shouldn't have judged that cousin? Because that cousin ain't never did nothing to you. And maybe was cousin A the one really the hater in the first fucking place, but she was trying to play the damsel, in distress, and really didn't know it had cousin B looking crazy. I don't know, because ain't nobody spoke up. So, which part did you play? Hopefully it was me in the scenario, just the innocent bystander trying to be the medium, keeping the peace, keeping the fun, keeping the fun. And you just ended up being in the wrong place at the wrong time after having so much stress going on. You weren't even able to decipher really what was going on. And thank God for that dentist appointment earlier that day. I hope y'all enjoyed my story time in seafood. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, and comment below, and hit that like. I'll see you guys in the next story time. Have a good weekend. So for an ending conclusion, the type of woman I am, if either cousin A or cousin B came out of just straight genuineness and really talked to, one, to elevate themselves, for two, to free themselves from something that to me is just like, you was hurting a relationship and hindering a relationship that could have grown to be something great. Second, you would take the person who didn't deserve you. if I attacked every person that ever called me a bitch, or called me out of my name, or lied on me, or I thought might have lied on me, I'll be fighting for the rest of my life. And that's just something that I agree to disagree on having to do. So, but being that it's going on 2 years and neither one of these cousins really showed up, like, you know what I mean, just like two honest women. Now, like I said, cousin B, I really didn't know much, you know, to a degree, really know her. But cousin A, I was very disappointed, and everything that I knew of that cousin, it just went down the drain. Because I'm like, I can't just be like, you know, we cousins, you know, we family, girl, bigger things, on the bigger things, let's go out. Like, I could never trust to go out with that cousin again, because in the back of my head, being that it was never resolved and being that it was never talked about, I could never have peace within my spirit to believe that it wasn't an intention, or if it happened, it wouldn't have been treated passively if I would have ended up being knocked unconscious by my heavyweight cousin. And to this day, like I said, it's been 2 years. To this day, it still sits in the back of my mind. Like, damn, what if that could have been me?
Hey, you guys, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button below.